저거는 그 뭐지? 서스펜션이 그 의자 대에 있는
서스펜션 뿜뿜.
Hi, we're deputy directors.
Okay, the question, what is Philomath?
What is Philomath? That's such a big question. Well, Philomath is an NGO, a school club, and organization that help other peoples, especially in educational field. Personally, I want to say that Philomath is a group of someone who wants to be a better person.
True, and I think the name Philomath itself tells us so many informations about the Philomath and NGO.
Right.
Because when we first founded this club, I came up with the idea of a name of the Philomath, and many people really questioned me, why is it Philomath? Is it a combination of philosophy and mathematics? But in fact, Philomath means, refers to a person who's really passionate learner and enthusiastic learner. And I chose this word because I really didn't want to choose a word which conveys a message about helping others, because I think Philomath is not simply teaching, it's sharing of knowledge. It's not just a unilateral thing. We're not just teaching the students to do something and be a better person, but we're communicating with them. We're having an interaction. We gain things and we also give things, and they also gain things and they also get things. So I think by calling our NGO enthusiastic learner group, it kind of means that we're not unilaterally helping them. We are communicating and we're trying to make a better society through this kind of interconnections with peoples and sharing what we have with them. So I think the name itself really tells a lot about what Philomath is. And as Nayo said, our main goal is to really create an impact within our society, because we know that some people, they don't have the ability to have good education, such as the students that we are helping are students who are unable to afford educations and especially in case of Korea, it is really hard to get adequate amounts of education if you don't have money, because in Korea there are a lot of hagwons and other private teachers who does a really lot in education. So we thought that we can just kind of share these kind of things so that they can, although they don't have enough money to go to hagwons, they can still learn many things and gain an opportunity to become a better person.
Let's go. Yep. What was the motivation behind the foundation of Philomath?
Well, I always wanted, it was one of my really old dreams to create organization to help others and contribute to making a better society. And in my high school years, I realized that I was having the several last years before becoming an adult. And I realized that if I really want to become an adult who are really passionate and can do things like work in Youn, I realized that I needed that kind of experience in order to help people in the actual real society. So I decided to start with a small club containing several members and going to the nursery every week. But then I decided to expand our club to a huge NGO, an international one, so that more people could be involved in our NGO, so that more people can help others. I think that's a really important part, that students, they're voluntarily getting involved in our NGO to help others. And if it was only me and my friends, the impact wouldn't be so significant. But the fact that so many people are involved in this huge NGO is what really creates an effect in our whole society and reality, and which can really help people in our community. So I think the passionate urge that I always had to help other people was resulted in the foundation of Philomath and NGO. What is the value of Philomath activities?
Well, there's a lot of values in here.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, countless.
Shall we start by one?
One by one? Well, first of all, I think the joy from volunteering, that's quite big value of Philomath activity.
And also, like, the most important value for me is, I think, education itself. Because as Philomath refers to a person who is an enthusiastic learner, education is really a significant part in our society and community because education for me, in my personal experience, education is a really important means to achieve my goals and become a better person who can really contribute to creating a better society. So I really wanted the students to realize what they want to do in the future and achieve these kind of goals through education. One thing I thought was important, we teach them English and Korean, right? I feel like...
Wait. Not Korean, Japanese. It's okay. Never mind.
Okay.
We were teaching them English and Japanese, right?
Yeah. So...
foreign languages make a lot of opportunity to get better educations and chances in society, right?
Because life is really about opportunities, right? It's whether
Full
you
opportunity.
can gain that and you fully use that opportunity or not. So that kind of is really significant part in everybody's daily life. So I felt like by knowing one language, being bilingual, just gives you so many chances of becoming the person that you want, or like have an experience that you would probably never had if you didn't know that language. So learning language, so education itself just gives so many opportunities in life. So I think the key value is opportunities.
Yeah.
It's a really important vocabulary.
That's what I thought to say after your one. Let's think about other ones. For other values, I think that the possibility of changing life of those kids and ours is one of the biggest values of Philomath activities. And do you think something more?
Well, aside of opportunities, I think that Philomath itself is an experience, right? It's such an experience. For us, we can meet people who have no really commonalities with us, so we can communicate and learn new things that we never faced in our lives previously. So I think Philomath itself has a value. It's really important. And I really often hear my members of Philomath telling me how they could improve their skills, like social skills, or how they learn so many things by only going to the nursery and talking to the children.
Well, to conclude, Philomath itself is quite big values for us, right?
Not for us, and also for the society, and also for the children.
That's true, that's my bad.
So it's significant, I guess. Okay, so the question is, how does Philomath interact with other departments? There are three main departments: Department of Planning, Department of Activities, and Department of Promotion, and they really are interconnected, and they just...
Yeah, true. And all the members of Department of Promotions are in also Department of Activities, and some of Department of Planning members come to activity, and some of Department of Activity members go to Department of Planning. And that kind of interaction is happening a lot, and deputies are regularly, we do like rebuilding of team, right? What's your final aim in Philomath?
Well, it's a hard question, but in the case of Philomath, I think rather than a finalized goal, I think what more significant is the process. Because to be honest, Philomath is not an organization that works to achieve a specific aim or goal, but rather we think that in the process of teaching them and telling them what we know, we can have that time of communication, and we can know how their life is like, and they can learn how our life is like. So in the process of that communication, they can earn a lot of things. So I think rather than a finalized specific aim, I think what was more significant in Philomath itself is the process where we can create a sense of unity, and as a member in Korea, a really huge community, you can really feel that sense of unity. So I think rather than a specific aim, it's more important the process.